Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming and sharing some time with us. The shape I'm going to be working on, obviously we've made a big surge in the past, say, 3-4 years in working with about 20 shows come Fashion Week. And this is a designer that we've gone quite close with. It's Benz, and he's a very, very creative lad. He's got some amazing clothes, and he's got amazing ideas. So the inspiration on this shape here was farm to table meets zombie, which is, he's a little quirky and bonkers, but it comes out in still beautiful. It kind of plays on that beauty and darkness. So he's been doing a lot of stuff in Japan, designers, and that's kind of where the detail work of this. If you spin this way, babe, get this detail work in. I'm just doing a very classic 3-strand braid, very loose, and what I'll do is spray the Catwalk Session Series over it, and then I'll iron over it, and that will give this kind of fuzzy texture. Obviously, we don't have a lot of time up here. We want to share as much as we can, but some of the detail work is obviously this exposed section. It was a presentation, so we had this like detail work here, and everyone came in the building this way, and then obviously this messy kind of knot. So those are kind of the key things in the individual sections, and that happened, you'll see in Adriana's thing. It was kind of a constant theme with a lot of the shapes that we did in Fashion Week for Spring, Summer 13. So I'll crack on with this and pass you over to Thomas.
Actually, thanks, Steve. Vahit is our creative director for the US, obviously works at the New York Academy. And Thomas here is the education director for the US, and obviously, again, works with the team in the New York Academy in Soho. So Thomas, tell us please what you're working on.
You got it. Hello, everyone. Hello, Orlando. Oh, hi. I heard that. Hi, how are you? All right, very nice to be here. Thanks for spending the afternoon with us. What I've got going on here, we're working from really a theme from the Master Brand shoot, and like the little trailer that we just showed you guys, and we're going to be working basically a very internal, a very simple layering technique. You know, again, to save on time, we've dried it. I think with the process of her color, it took me probably longer to dry it than it's going to take me to cut it. But to save on that, basically worked Queen for a day with a little of the straighten out serum to get that nice and smooth for us. And working the fringe in, just a nice strong fringe. I think fringes are still very key inside of what we're doing in the Academy. From that point, really just spin for me there. There you are. What we're doing inside the layering patterns, and I've just taken the guide to length from the fringe and just slicing through, releasing weight from the interior of the shape, and again, not really taking too much of that weight out of the perimeter. The strength is definitely going to give us, the fringe is going to give us the strength of the shape that we need, and then we'll just go through at the end with a little head rush, create a nice separation through that look, and give us a feeling of that Master Brand. All right? Thank you very much. It's great to be here, guys.
Thanks, Thomas.
Yep.
Okay, on your right, Adriana, who was also working on one of the looks from the catwalk from Fashion Week. So, Adriana, if you'd share with us about the inspiration, the designer, and the technique you're sharing with the audience. Thank you.
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. It still feels like morning, I guess. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for being here with us this afternoon. My name's Adriana, based in the Soho Academy. So one of the shapes that I'm working for you this afternoon is something that we did Spring Summer 13. So that's right here, right now. And what I love about both the shapes on stage is that they're both New York-based designers. So this is from a show, the designer was Anne Yi, and her inspirations come from both her heritage, which was, she's Asian American, and then also from the Pacific Northwest. She's really inspired by that whole kind of sailor, knotted, marina sort of a feel. So we decided to work with two different things, the idea of this Asian kind of sumo knot, and then also the ropes tying in together, okay? Another thing about her clothes as a designer is that she's very architectural. So we decided to work with a sectioning pattern that you can actually see still left in. So that way that kind of ties her, you know, the lines and the structure of her clothing into the look itself. So starting off with a delta, which goes above the parietal ridge and then sits down above the occipital. Keeping that separate, I worked in the back for you guys, since we don't have a lot of time, with the Session Series True Wax and my Mason down into a very, very low pony at the nape. Okay, using the elastics and letting them sit out so that way they can help us finish out the style. From there, I'm going to twist this down, very rope-like, okay? And then tie that on top of that bottom ponytail and wrap them around each other to create more of that ropey kind of sumo knot sort of a feel. Okay, so it's very clean, very structured, very architectural, and also, you know, very now with this very kind of 90s inspired vinyl sort of a feel. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna keep working on here, and then we will talk about it as we move forward. Thanks.
Great, thank you. And on the far left, Christopher is sharing one of the shorter variations of the collection. So Christopher, if you be so kind and share with us what's the inspiration behind the look you're creating?
Absolutely. Good afternoon. How are you guys? Good? Excited to be here? See some cool stuff? Yeah, me too. So one of the key things that I'm working inside of here, I'm working within a global bleach, as you can see. The idea is that I'm trying to create more of a looser perimeter inside of this texture here. Normally when a client like this would come into the salon, I feel like our natural reaction would be to go through and jam down into that length, but I'm trying to accentuate that length, so collapsing that round of the head, ending more vertical. I'm sticking within my candy fixation, so I have glaze haze inside of that, so it's gonna be a nice silicone base. It's going to seal that cuticle, so as I'm working with the razor, I'm not going to create frizz, but I'm going to give control to the actual sections inside of there. So the idea is I'm going to build more of a loose, more of a kink, more of a tattered third and fourth day texture, if you will. Okay? Center profile, diagonal forwards, 90 degrees into over-directed. So the idea is keeping real, more of a tattered, loose perimeter through there. Okay, guys? I'm going to go through and jump into my halo section. As you can see, I've done all of that, so you can see the shag, that looseness. Inside of this halo, I'm going to go through and work in inversion, just do some slicing and the more weight distribution. All right? Thank you.
Great stuff, thank you. And my name is Akush Bodhi. I'm the European Creative Director. Used to work here, used to come here every year. It's great to be back. It's been, I think, 3 or 4 years last time I was here, but definitely enjoying your hospitality. It's good to be back. Basically, what I'm working on, the haircut, is a slightly disconnected shape, again, a shorter variation. Working with one of our latest addition to Bedhead is On The Rebound, which is a product which will enhance and help me to accentuate the texture of the hair and obviously control some of the frizz the hair might develop throughout the drying process. But because, again, I wanted to share with you a full haircut, a short haircut, but because of the shortness of time, I'm choosing to use the razor to get rid of all the weight and obviously create the exterior and perimeter shape at the same time, working from a rectangular shape on the top. So it starts obviously at the crown and going to the high point of recession, and working with a pretty much a round layer shape throughout the entire haircut at the back and sides. And she does have some natural movement, which I'm really enjoying, and how the hair is responding to this technique. And I will leave some weight and length throughout the fringe to maintain versatility and the feminine feature of the haircut. All right, just so a quick little technical detail in addition to what I was telling you earlier. So basically a round layer shape all the way throughout, just cutting with the razor. And what I was doing at the top, just over-directing the hair, splitting it in the middle in the center part, and over-directing it down and razoring it at a low elevation. So you're maintaining the weight and the length throughout the center, which again gives you the versatility to wear the hair from side to side. So you got this like this switch fringe workings again, so she can style her hair whichever way she likes it, but at the same time, again, you got a really nice cropped, tight feel throughout the entire shape. So I'm gonna go back and finish the cut with some hard-to-get texturizing paste, and to really bring out, again, just a bit more shine for the color, and also accentuate the texture. So when you guys finished, go ahead and just break it down.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
All right. Do I have sound? Okay, do you want to stand up for me? Let's take this little gown off here. All right, guys, a variation, I guess it is the exact replication of the shape that we did 2 seasons ago now. So that's on trend, current for spring, summer 13, for a designer called Anne Yi, based out of New York. Okay, working very architectural, very structural. The interest comes in the fact that from the front, it's very, very sleek and really strong. Once she turns to the side, you can see that difference inside of the root direction. And then in the back, we've got the inspiration that comes from both kind of that sumo knot, as well as that kind of sailor collar knotted, sort of ropey sort of a texture. Okay, so working with a lot of Session Series True Wax, getting that delta in, sitting above the parietal ridge, and then down above that occipital bone. From there, securing that low ponytail in a nape, high ponytail, roping them together, and then tying that together, utilizing the black elastic. Okay, with that, finish it off with some weightless shine spray and some Session Series finishing spray. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, my name's Adriana Papaleo. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Nice. Okay, Chris, are you ready?
Ready, guys. A shorter, more lived-in shape for you. So taking something that, you know, I had a little bit of a box as far as where I was stuck inside of it. She came in, she had a super tailored crown, and all this overgrowth as far as the parietal ridge. So it came through, halo section, with my razor, using glaze haze, working out to length, short to long, diagonal forwards all the way. Came through elbows in on the left, elbows out on the right. From there, worked center profile, carving out pre-existing length. So just really weight distribution. It wasn't a matter of what I took off, but was the matter of what I left on. From there, I came through, I added some Sugar Shock, which gives you that thatchier kind of texture that you see. It's like matted, it's lived in. And came through and blasted it with the blow dryer, just utilizing my fingers. So if this was a client, which she is, ultimately, right? So coming through, what she's watching me do is utilizing just my fingers to dry. So all that within candy fixation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a pleasure. Thank you for your time.
All right, so here's the finished look for the Chris Benz Spring Summer. Again, the 90s influence in the grunge is that kind of overgrown perm, because that was one of the references, like Tiny Tim, Farm Table meets Zombie. I know it's crazy. If you've never looked at his work is awesome. The zigzag parting as well, that was very popular in the 90s, and like the top knot influence, but again, making it a little bit more grungy rather than quite so beautiful. I think the end result's still beautiful, but all it is taking the sections, braiding them, lots of spray, ironing over them, brushing it out, and then you're leaving out those last ends. So it's, again, textured, and then it goes into the straight texture, or into the straighter ends, and then the focal point is the key little braid here, and the definition between the sections and the separation between that radial.
So this is my variation of the Master Brand collection. And again, this is a sneak preview. There's a lot more to come. We got a fantastic education program from the New York Academy and also the Dallas Learning Lab. So if you like what you see, please look into our education at the booth, and hopefully you can continue education with us. All right, so hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very, very much.
Right,
Thomas.
looks beautiful, Akos. All right, last little recap for us. Again, working with a punk theme from Master Brand Collection, working with a bedhead feel, very soft layers internally, strength through the fringe. Again, that combination of textures, working loosely with the head brush and the spray after it was dried. Again, thanks for your time today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you after the show. All right, thank you.